Imagine this. Thanksgiving night, 2017. A quiet, tree-lined street in central Ohio. Snow just starting to fall, soft and silent. Every single light in one particular house is blazing. The front door is locked. The back door is locked. Every window sealed tight. The family car sits under a thin blanket of fresh snow in the driveway, untouched. Inside, the oven timer is still quietly ticking. A 20-pound turkey rotates slowly, skin long past golden, now blackened and smoking. But the entire family of 5, mom, dad, 2 teenage daughters, and their 10-year-old son has vanished into thin air. No coats taken, no shoes missing, no note, no struggle. And the strangest detail of all, 2 weeks later, when investigators finally went into the attic nobody ever used, they found something that still keeps detectives up at night. Something that has never been explained. Welcome back to Echoes of Investigation. Tonight, we're stepping into one of the most unsettling missing persons cases I've ever come across. A case that starts like every other Happy Thanksgiving and ends in total silence. This is the story of the Carter family, a completely ordinary Midwestern family. Mom taught 3rd grade. Dad coached Little League on weekends. The oldest daughter was 16, obsessed with photography. Her 14-year-old sister played flute in the school band. And the youngest, 10-year-old Ethan, still believed in Santa Claus. Nothing, absolutely nothing in their lives suggested they were hours away from becoming a mystery that law enforcement still classifies as unexplained disappearance under bizarre circumstances. Thanksgiving Day, November 23, 2017, was perfect. Neighbors remember waving at the Carters as they carried grocery bags into the house that morning. Someone smelled cinnamon and roasting turkey drifting down the street by early afternoon. At exactly 6:42 p.m., the oldest daughter posted a photo on Instagram. The whole family around the dining table, laughing, cheeks flushed, plates overflowing. The caption simply read, "Best Thanksgiving ever." That photo is still up today. It was the last sign of life anyone ever saw from any of them. By 10 p.m., the house looked dark from the street. Strange, because the Carters always left the porch light on for late arriving guests. A neighbor walking his dog slowed down. He noticed absolute silence. No laughter, no football game blaring from the living room TV, no music. Just the soft hush of falling snow. Friday morning, Black Friday, the newspaper lay untouched on the welcome mat. Friday evening, still no lights, no movement. Saturday, mail started spilling out of the mailbox. By Sunday night, people were officially worried. Monday morning, November 27th, police arrived for a welfare check. They knocked, rang the bell, shouted through the mail slot. Nothing. They walked the perimeter. Every window was closed and locked from the inside. Every door deadbolted. The spare key was still hanging on its little brass hook in the kitchen, clearly visible through the window. They had no choice. They broke the front door frame to get in. And this is where the story stops making any sense at all. The moment officers stepped inside, time seemed to freeze. The house smelled like a holiday dinner left out for days. Turkey, gravy, pie, all turned sour. The dining table was still beautifully set for 5. Half-eaten plates, glasses with melted ice. The turkey in the oven was charred beyond recognition, but the oven was still set to warm. All 5 cell phones sat in a perfect row on the marble kitchen island, screens black, batteries dead. Wallets, purses, car keys, everything exactly where it should be. They called out names. Upstairs, the bedrooms looked freshly cleaned, beds made with hospital corners, pajamas neatly folded on pillows. Toothbrushes in the bathrooms were wet, as if they'd been used right before bed. But there were no people, anywhere. Investigators immediately thought carbon monoxide poisoning, classic cause of confusion and wandering off. They brought in detectors. Readings, 0. They checked the basement, the garage, the crawl space, nothing. Outside, the thin layer of snow that had fallen Thanksgiving night was completely undisturbed around the house. not a single footprint leading away in any direction. Then an officer noticed something odd in the upstairs hallway. The attic hatch, one of those pull-down staircases, was hanging open. The family had always insisted they never used that attic. It was for storage only, and the pull string was coated in a thick layer of dust, except for 5 perfect fingertip smudges, fresh and clear, as if someone had gripped it hard enough to bruise. Officers drew their weapons and climbed the narrow stairs. The attic was tiny, barely 6 feet at the peak. A single bare bulb swung from a wire, casting long, swaying shadows. In the center of the rough wooden floor, someone had poured a perfect circle of ordinary table salt, about 6 feet across. Inside that circle were 5 bare human footprints, 1 adult male, 1 adult female, 2 teenage, 1 child, all facing inward toward the center. The salt around each print was completely undisturbed, as if the feet had been placed straight down from above, not stepped into. And right beside the circle lay a single Polaroid photograph, face down. When they flipped it over, the room went dead quiet. It showed the Carter family, all 5 of them, standing inside that exact salt circle, smiling calmly up at the camera. They were wearing the same clothes from the Instagram dinner photo. The timestamp on the bottom of the Polaroid read 11:58 p.m., November 23, 43 minutes after the best Thanksgiving ever post. But the angle made every hair on their necks stand up. The picture was taken from directly above, looking straight down at their faces. Yet in that attic, there is no beam, no shelf, no place anyone could have stood to take it. No ladder, no drone, no camera, tripod, or selfie stick was ever found in the house. Lab tests confirmed the Polaroid was genuine instant film developed normally. No digital editing, no fingerprints at all, not even from the officer who picked it up. The Carters have never been found. Not a trace. No bodies, no ransom demands, bank accounts untouched, social media silent. The house was searched 3 separate times by FBI evidence response teams. They ripped up floorboards, used ground-penetrating radar on every wall, nothing. Official report: persons missing under highly unusual circumstances. Case status: open, unsolved. Theories investigators actually put in writing are few. 1. The family staged everything and vanished voluntarily. Problem: no money moved, no second identities, no contact with anyone, ever. 2. Some kind of shared delusion or poisoning that cleared before testing. Problem: air, water, and structural tests all negative. 3. The one you only read on message boards at 3 a.m., that something else took them. The salt circle, people say, is an old protection symbol, or a containment symbol, depending on who you ask. They point to other cases: the Solder children in 1945, who vanished from a burning house yet left no remains. The 3 lighthouse keepers on Flannan Isles in 1900, who disappeared leaving dinner half-eaten and a chair overturned for no reason. 17 days after the disappearance, something else happened. The electricity in the empty house turned itself back on. Motion sensors recorded nothing. The oven preheated itself to exactly 350 degrees, the temperature used for the turkey. It stayed on for exactly 43 minutes, the same gap between the Instagram post and the Polaroid timestamp, then shut off. Police cut the main breaker. It happened again the next night, and the next. They finally removed the entire oven and took it to evidence lockup. Some locals swear that if you drive past the house on Thanksgiving night, even now, 8 years later, you can still smell roasting turkey and pumpkin pie on the wind, coming from a home that's been empty the whole time. So I'll leave you with the same question that still haunts everyone who worked this case. What do you think really happened to the Carter family on Thanksgiving night, 2017? Was it the perfect disappearance nobody can figure out? A tragedy science simply hasn't explained yet? Or something darker, something that waited until they were all together, smiling for one final photograph taken from a place no living person could stand? Drop your theory in the comments, and whatever you do tonight, maybe just double-check your attic before you go to bed. Until next time, stay curious and keep the lights on.